Hi. It's just a chat. We're still going.
It's just a chat with Josh and Meg. We're
going
back.
strong.
Going strong. We're here.
Back better than ever. Back during the daytime.
During the daytime, I'm not a daytime person or a nighttime person.
I'm not a daytime person.
Just a lot.
At all. I love night. I love staying up. I'm a night owl.
No.
Yeah.
Well, last night I felt a little bit more awake at night. Like I was watching TV and then I looked over and it was midnight and I was like,
Midnight for you?
Midnight for me.
When I say that Meg's not a night person, like, and I've joked, like, I like, we'll be texting about something and it'll be like 8:30 and then there'll just be radio silence because she just falls off the face of the earth.
I don't.
The first time it happened, it was pretty like, oh, I guess I said something horrible, and she was just like, nope.
I was asleep.
Just
instant. I think I texted you back the next day, and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, sorry, I fell asleep.
Fell asleep.
Blah blah blah.
10 hours later.
10 hours later, yeah. I mean, and sometimes, the reason that I go to bed so early is because it takes me such a long time to fall asleep.
See, I'm not that way. Serena yells at me. She hates it. I can be asleep in a minute. I can drink coffee before I go to bed.
I hate that.
I can do any of that. And I'm literally, and like, she'll be
So
like,
jealous.
I'm just like awake. And I'm just like, close your eyes and go to sleep. What the hell's the problem? Just sleep.
Just sleep. No, you can't. I can't. Like sometimes I will, and like, it's weird. Like I'm in a state of like total relaxation. Like I'm not, like I'm ready to go to bed, but I just won't fall asleep.
But are you looking at your
Nope.
phone?
I will just lay awake.
I will literally be looking at my phone and then I'll be like, you know what? It's getting kind of late. I should sleep now. Boom. And gone in 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Flat.
No, I can't do it. Like, and I actually started wearing a sleep mask when I go to bed. I think I sent you a picture of it the other day and it was like on my forehead in a cone.
But if you could add somebody, let's say famous, right? If you could add somebody to like a dinner party, friend group, hangout.
Matt Rife.
That would be it?
I don't know. I mean, he's
for everything?
Yeah, he seems like a good time.
All right. I love it.
You want to party with this Matt? Can you handle it?
Do you know
the
mine?
Question. Who you would like do that?
Who would I invite to a dinner party?
Oh, no.
You don't know mine?
No.
I've talked about him before.
Oh, one of those comedians that you just talked about?
No.
Oh.
I'd invite John Mayer.
Ow! Wait, Matt Rife isn't my real one. I thought we were still talking about like specifically my friend group.
I'm saying if you had like a dinner party or just like a night and you were I wanted to invite somebody fun, a dream dinner guest to bring in, liven up the party, liven it up, who would it be?
My answer is the same. It has been the same for years. Every time anybody asks me who would you bring back from the dead, who would you like whatever, Amelia Earhart. What happened to her?
You would only bring her back for that?
I want to know. She deserves for everybody to know what happened to her. She kind of got screwed over.
Meg.
Yeah.
The question is, you could invite anybody, your dream dinner party guest,
dead or alive,
to your party,
dead or alive,
to have a good time. That's
not the actual question. The actual question is, who would you bring? Who would be your person to bring to a dinner party, dead or alive? It's not like to have a good time. A dinner party can be a party of two, baby. I have a lot of questions.
But I just don't. I would have never. You could have given me 1,000 guesses before I would have said Amelia Earhart.
That's why when we talked about talking about this topic before, I told you I'm not going to tell you. It needs to be. It's always been Amelia Earhart. I want to know because like they don't even know. They don't know what happened, but they couldn't find anything. She just kapoof.
Because it was like 1,000,000 years ago. What do you want them to do? She freaking. They couldn't even find flight M80, M70. What was that one that went over Malaysia?
Is that still gone?
Yes, I think so.
That's weird. What if she hit the same simulation wall that they hit?
Simulation wall or Bermuda Triangle? Do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle?
No.
That's where she died, in the Bermuda Triangle.
It was the simulation wall. She reached the end and didn't know. That has to be why. Where did her plane go? And then some people have
the water.
Some people have theories that she flew over a piece of land or somehow got to a piece of land and lived there with the native people there. Like there were some people who...
I heard that theory. I like that theory.
I like that theory too.
Because then she wouldn't have a way to get back or contact anybody to get back. So she would just have to be like, I'm going to live here and die here now. So I might as well. I love that theory. I believe in that theory.
But like how terrifying. Like obviously better that than drowning in the ocean and getting eaten by a shark. But
Correct.
How
Or, I mean, I'm thinking she died on impact. So
that would be, it's either on the land or died on impact.
yeah.
I would hope.
That's what we're
two.
hoping. We're hoping, Amelia, we know you're watching.
We know you're watching.
We hope that you just died upon impact.
Instead of suffering, you freaking weirdo.
True.
You would want her to drown? You're awake
No.
for the first part of you drowning. I'd rather die on impact than drown or be like burning alive.
All right.
Anyways, how terrifying would that be though? Like you crash.
Yeah.
You make it to land.
She must not have been a great pilot.
You shut your mouth.
Amelia,
I'm sorry for my friends.
I literally said that.
Why
to
am I always
to get a
apologizing
rise
for you?
out of you.
Like you crash. You're like, oh my God, my life's over. Then you find land. You're like, my life's not over. But then you get there and you realize
It's some crazy
like
out there
native
group they've never seen. You ever seen the videos of those? Of them when people go and they like film over top and they're like shooting bows and arrows at the helicopters and stuff.
Like in today's world?
Yes. Like
They're like, that's still.
there are still native tribes that have no clue about any of the developed world whatsoever.
What?
Yes. And so like they'll fly like helicopters over and like they'll be like shooting things at the helicopters like, what the hell is this? Like, yeah.
What?
There are still native tribes that have no idea about
How
any.
many? There can't
Very
be
no,
that
no,
many.
very small, but there are native tribes that have no clue. Like even, and I'm not even talking about the United States. Like even talk about like third world countries where like they still have like kind of developed
Correct.
things.
Yeah.
They don't even know or understand
Like it
that.
would be like going into like an old historical film.
Yeah, like they have no clue.
What the shit?
No clue.
That's
so people
crazy.
come. There was a journalist that tried to go to one, and they
Got kidnapped.
killed him, and I think they might have ate him. It's a cannibal tribe for sure. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Really?
I swear to you.
Like,
I know.
are they?
I know. I've
native-
seen.
Are they like still like Native American tribes, or are they like different?
I think different. I don't think
I
they're
think-
Native Americans.
I think the Native American tribes
they're fine.
they got out.
I'm talking about like we're talking about like going into the jungle and stuff.
Like rainforest people.
Yes. That live on
That's
an island that just has been so
Desolate.
secluded. Mm-hmm.
Whoa! I want to go. Let's go.
We would die.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, we would. The journalist died.
Okay, he's a journalist.
And
I do kickboxing.
Could you imagine if they tried to and you were just like 1, 2, 3, kick. That's what I learned at Meg's kickboxing class.
Yes, you did. You did a very good job. But no, I want to go. I want to watch his videos.
I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
I want to watch them. That's so fascinating.
I'll send it to you. I know for sure I saw the video of them shooting the helicopter or something with bows and arrows because they didn't understand what was flying in the air. They didn't even understand a goddamn helicopter.
They don't want to know.
No, they
Honestly,
but they don't
good
know
for
what they
them.
don't know. So everything to them is like foreign and like
I don't
an
know
enemy.
if I really want to know either.
Exactly. We know and we don't want to know.
Yeah, we know, and we would rather go live in the Amazon rainforest.
Yes.
If you were to bring,
The interest rates are probably way great.
oh my
over
God,
there.
you imagine credit out there? If you were to bring one of them, like if one of them like breaking Amish, like if one of them was like,
There's a guy I follow on TikTok that
I'm breaking Amish.
No, I think he's personally making his TikTok account a breaking Amish thing. Like he was filming them and they're all in a barn and they're like chugging twisted teas. If anybody's on TikTok, you probably may have seen it in your For You page. And then he like turns the camera towards him and he's like, yo.
What?
Yeah.
So if you were to go there and they accepted you and didn't kill you on the spot, and one of them said, I want to go. I want to get out of here. I want to learn everything. Like,
And I would say your English is impeccable.
yes. What do you think would shock them the most?
You know where I would take them?
Politics.
Oh, I was thinking about an area.
I would take them to Chuck E. Cheese or Walmart. They'd be so amazed. Everything they need in one spot.
One spot.
No foraging.
I would take them one of two places on opposite sides of the country just to see their reaction when we land.
Oh.
New York City
You might kill them.
or Vegas.
You might really. You should take them to the doctor first to make sure they don't have any underlying heart conditions, because you might send them
I bet
to
they're
cardiac.
extremely healthy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They have to be.
Yeah.
There's no like
Red Bulls.
There's no Red Bulls.
It would
there's
give them
no
wings
coffee.
though.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It would give them wings.
What is the word I'm thinking of? What does the United States inject into all their food? Begins with a P.
No. What do you mean inject into all their
Like,
food?
you know how like the chicken
Pesticides.
Yeah, there's none of that. Like, there's nothing like they're processed. That's not injection. I'm not a morning person. Like nothing's processed. Like there's no
Correct.
extra chemicals, additives, anything like that.
Even
like,
our fruit and veggies are
not healthy.
not healthy. I know. I had a bag of salad
You know how much
the other
money
day,
they can make
and
if
my
they,
stomach
like,
went haywire.
really?
Yeah, because
Sometimes that happens to
how
me
much
too.
how much time have you seen that like bags of lettuce get recalled for E. coli? Like,
You have E. coli?
no, but I'm just
Josh
saying.
has E. coli.
But I don't even know. R.I.P. if I do. I don't know what
You
happens.
better keep it together because we got a podcast to film.
We do. But that's how like bad even our bagged lettuce is, that it makes you sick and you're like, guess it was just a bad bag.
Yeah, like no bueno. All of it
No.
is just not.
Remember, there was a good time when Chipotle was like for a year was like rocking with E. coli.
They had like multiple instances of cases that were coming up.
It's like they were cooking E. coli back there.
Yeah,
and
they had it in a petri dish. They're just like just a little sprinkle.
It's what adds. It's extra though.
The E. coli is 25 cents extra on your bowl. Is that okay?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Don't even have to ask. I
Just
love
add
that.
it.
I love that when they say it because they have to.
Yeah.
What would they react like? I'm like, it's funny. Like
What are we talking about?
they're asking you like the extra guac. Like they're asking.
I thought we were
you-
going back to the natives.
to the
Go
E.
ahead.
coli. Oh. They're asking you if you want it, but as they're asking you, they're already scooping it. So what if they said like, "Oh, this is 25 cents extra. Is that okay?" And they went to like plop it on, and the person was like, "No."
You know what they do? If you got a good one,
They'd lick it off.
They'd scrape, and you'd be like, "That's so sad. You're just gonna scrape that off."
Yeah, it's 25 cents. Get that damn.
But I think it's
guac.
part of their saying that. Like it's what they're famous for, right? They have to say it. It's like they're not really asking; they're saying it because it's like their thing.
Like
there's
Chick-fil-A. My pleasure.
My pleasure.
I love when restaurants sing happy birthday.
Hate it. My sister.
I think my favorite
sister
thing,
ran out
I
once.
think my favorite thing, more than having them sing to me, is making them sing to somebody who hates it.
So we go out for dinner for my birthday as a family because Meg's part of the family, and then Meg's gonna make sure they sing happy birthday to me, and I'm gonna hate every minute of it.
Absolutely.
You know my favorite place though to get happy birthday sang to me?
The hibachi
local,
place?
No, local Mexican place.
Oh,
put a
they bring out
sombrero?
the mariachi.
And then they also give you a shot of tequila.
Can we go there for my birthday?
Yeah,
We have to do a Megan's birthday dinner too if I'm part of the family.
of course. They give you a shot of tequila.
I'll do tequila in a mixed drink
Yes, and a margarita.
or tequila sunrise.
I've never had tequila sunrise. It sounds good. I never not wanted to have it. I just never had it.
It's my favorite. Whenever it's kind of expensive because it's tequila, but whenever like I'm at a bar and anybody says, "Could I get you a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, tequila sunrise, please, double."
And they're like, "This is a Wendy's."
Ma'am.
You're like sweating, but like, just get tequila sunrise, please.
It's like when I was at a grocery store and I hit the max for my alcohol purchase.
Well, that's here. That's here in Virginia.
Listen, the look that I gave that cashier, I was like, there is quite literally nothing that you are going to do to prevent me from getting my wine.
For those that don't know, like Pennsylvania is really weird. You can't buy alcohol in like grocery stores and everything. Like when I've mentioned Kansas City, all my family's here. When we go back, you go to Walmart, you're buying liquor, beer, wine. It's all there. Pennsylvania's gotten better. Now you can buy like beer and wine, but still like there's limits on how much you can buy at the grocery store. And
I made her do immediately 2 transactions.
And I was surprised at this place that let you do that, because I have had the same thing happen to me, and I've seen it happen to multiple people, where they will let you do 2 orders, but they make you take that order and take it out to your car and come back. I'm surprised they didn't make you do that.
I think she saw the look on my face. I was going through a lot that day. My eyes were like all puffed up, like dark circles.
She was like, "Girl,
eyes.
you need this."
She was like, "Girl, I'm not going to get in your way." But Lord help her if she did.
Yeah.
Lord help her if she told me
and
you
that's the
can't
thing,
buy your
is
wine.
you're allowed to do it. Like they allow you to, but like And take away your example, but for the majority of people that I've seen, they make you take it out and come in. Like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah. Like, you're still going to, whatever. They're probably
Pennsylvania's
just
so
trying to make
crazy.
it inconvenient.
And it's so funny, too. We're not going to get political in here. This isn't, but like, it's just dumb government. Because it's always been the argument of like, oh, well, if we get rid of the liquor store and all that stuff, we're going to lose jobs. People are going to lose jobs. They're not. Look at all the other states. There's still liquor stores. Mm-hmm. You go to the liquor stores for the hard to find stuff, for the different things, for the different flavors.
You don't have to stop, but it's also like location placement.
Yes.
Like the grocery store that I'm talking about and my closest liquor store are nowhere near each other.
Correct.
So like I would still have to go, but then if I was there and needed wine, like a wine and spirits, I would still get the wine there. Or if I was closer to the other place, I would get the wine there. So it's like just...
Yeah, and the grocery stores in the other states don't carry everything.
You were going to say countries.
I was. I'm angry about it. I'm angry about it because I just hate us being in a state that like has dumb rules like that. Like Jersey where you can't pump your own gas.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Have you ever?
Not for me because I'm a princess.
Oh my God. That's the word. Like I will.
No, I love it. Pump my gas.
My friend and I would like go to, well, as you know from the previous episode, we'd go to Atlantic City and I would make sure to fill up before we hit the line. So that way, because we didn't drive around Atlantic City.
Why does that bother you? That's not a stupid rule.
It is.
I think I just said it was stupid, but
because you're sitting there waiting, and then you
changing my mind.
And then you got to tip them.
Okay.
I don't have money to like tip a gas attendant all the time because I'm not used to this life.
Well, prepare, but you know you're going to New Jersey.
So you get gas before.
You're ridiculous. It's nice, especially
Old man yells at cloud.
You
know what that's from?
It's nice when
Simpsons.
Okay, I don't like The Simpsons.
I've seen
it's very stupid.
Maybe like the first 5 seasons, and now they're on like season 50. So
yeah, I don't really get into that. But like when it's freezing cold outside, yeah, pump my gas. Go ahead. I don't have to get out of my car. Who cares?
Well, we're having a different discussion because you're a girl.
I'm a lady.
Yes,
I'm a princess.
and you're like some chivalry around here.
Absolutely. God, chivalry is dead, except in New Jersey where they pump your gas for you.
Minus all the things that I have done for you as a
very
host.
nice chivalrous friend.
Exactly.
Yes, like putting security cameras in my apartment when I got a stalker. That was a big one.
You opened the door.
I did open the door. Who cares?
Not to the thing, but to the story.
Oh, yeah. So?
Do you want to say it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
This was a whole day.
Yeah.
This was like...
Well, this was really 2 days.
Yes. But it was like a whole production of just...
Yeah. So...
a crazy, horrible situation. And also, I'm going to start it by saying, spoiler alert, guys just suck.
They really do. They really do. So I live by myself, and I never had an issue in my apartment ever. I've never felt truly unsafe. I've never felt anything like that. I ordered a new mattress. They delivered it to my apartment, and the one guy was just so creepy. He was asking me my relationship status. He was asking me how old I was. He was asking
how many people live in the building.
How many people lived in the building. How many people I knew who lived in the building. He was asking me how much of my apartment was mine. Like if I was just like renting the physical bedroom or if the entire apartment was mine.
Yeah.
Asking how long I lived there. Asking how many friends I had. And like the more and more. So it started off with... How old are you? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you live by yourself? And at first I was just kind of like, okay, like this is weird, but like maybe he just thinks I'm pretty or whatever. Unprofessional, and I was uncomfortable from the get-go, but I was like, whatever. When he started asking about the layout of the building, when he started asking how many people lived there,
how many entrances, exits.
Like it was just, it was weird. And
then when he left.
So now hang on, because there's...
We get to that I'm jumping because that's the worst. That's the creepiest part.
So
one of the creepiest.
So he leaves, right? He leaves my apartment, comes back up so they gave me a wrong part for my mattress. He leaves, says that they have to come back to take them. Comes back upstairs, says, never mind, we can take them right now. So he takes them, leaves, comes back up to ask for a bottle of water, leaves, comes back up, asks if we can be friends.
And it wasn't a day to need a bottle of water, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's all for, you don't know people's things. Maybe, like, he has an issue and he needs water. I'm not going to, like, but for this, obviously you guys have known that he's now a creepy guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know that it wasn't a summer day with 90-degree, 100-degree temperatures outside.
It was March.
Yes. So the whole, like, oh, do you have a bottle of water? And, like, moving a mattress.
Yeah. So
with two other guys.
Two other guys.
So
and mind
the
you,
strenuous
he
activity.
wasn't saying any of this stuff when those other guys were.
Because he didn't want to come across as a creep.
Correct. He would wait till they were downstairs.
Yeah.
To say something. Then he comes back up and he asks if we can be friends. And I was like, oh, like. And he was like, because I would just love to have a friend like you. Then he starts asking me about my personality, like what I'm like, this and that, how many friends I have. Like, it was just so weird. And then he was like closing my door and like looking at me as he was closing the door. He was like, I really hope we can talk again someday, and closes the door and leaves. So
bad.
So I tell Josh and I tell my parents, call the furniture store. Your
real parents, not your
my
adopted
real
parents.
So I call the furniture store. They say, oh, they're a third party mover. We can't do anything. They're just contracted under us. And and my dad and I were like, no, they're contracted under you, which means they are your problem. This needs to be
correct.
Resolved.
They're not your direct employees, but they are your issue.
Correct. And the issue, the only reason that we were so concerned at first was because I needed to have a new, like, I'll just call it a box spring because I don't know what it's called. I needed to have a new box spring delivered that same week.
Yeah.
So the reason that we were trying to get them to pay attention to it is because we wanted a different moving crew.
Correct.
So I tell Josh and I'm like, you know what? I feel really uncomfortable. I really, like, my mom was very uncomfortable. My dad was really uncomfortable. They're like, we all agreed I need security cameras. So we go to Target because I don't know a thing about anything. And we go to Target and we are walking into Target to buy security cameras for this situation.
I'm trying to calm her down and be like, you know what? Maybe it was really done poorly, but maybe
he was just trying to hit on me.
And he's just an idiot and don't worry about it. Like, I wasn't trying to talk out of the security cameras. I think it's a good idea, but I was like, it's cool. It's cool. We'll get through.
So we're literally walking into Target to buy these. Like, we weren't even all the way to the back of the store yet. He calls me. This guy calls my cell phone.
Yes.
To tell me that he left a knife in my apartment. Left a knife. So I'm an idiot. And I was like, oh, like, I'm not home. And Josh is looking at me like,
I literally,
dumbass.
If there was cameras on me at Target, they probably were just like, wait, why is this guy about to kill this girl? Because I was literally going to murder her when she was like, I'm not home right now. Why don't you just come right back to the apartment right now? Because I'm nowhere near the apartment.
Yeah.
You could have said anything. You could have said, like, my dad's coming over, like, you were like, nope, wide empty.
Wide open for you to come in and wait for me to come home.
Yep.
So I said, oh, I'll call you if I find it. I hang up, I look at Josh, I was like, that was him. So then we got 2 security cameras, we got Josh got me door alarms. So we have those, but the creepiest thing was we tore my apartment up.
No knife.
There was no knife to be
And there's
seen.
really only 2 spots.
My apartment is very small, and like I don't like a lot of like super crazy decorations. Like, like my decorations are very minimalistic. Like my decor, I guess. You would see it.
Oh, it
would
there.
stick out like a sore thumb.
The only place, so she went and checked her bedroom and checked all around because obviously the mattress in there. I checked in the living room, like on the couch, but like your couch is like kind of cut and sealed to the point like nothing really, there's not a lot of places for it to fall. So we
checked under the couch.
Yep,
checked
it'd
under
be behind
my
like
dresser.
a pillow or something.
Mm-hmm, checked under the bed. It was not there. So he was literally just looking for
an excuse to come back.
To call me and an excuse to come back.
Yep.
Luckily, that was the last we heard from him, but my dad did call because they weren't listening to me.
No.
So my dad did call them and went Papa Bear.
Yeah.
I'll say.
He went full on
Papa Bear. He was not, but they weren't listening. And I hate to say like, oh, I'm 23 years old. I had my dad call, but like no one was listening to me. And like, he's the only one that they would have listened to.
Yeah.
And it was just like really unfortunate. And they still didn't say, and I actually called I called them to complain, and the lady on the phone was like, well, and I didn't want to complain at first because I was because like as a woman, you have to think, right? If I do this, if it gets back to him that I said something, he knows where I live.
Mm-hmm. He knows the
he
layout.
knows the layout of my apartment.
He knows how many people are there. He knows what's in your fridge.
Well, I didn't answer any of those questions.
Okay, well that's good.
I was just like, I don't know. Like,
yep.
So, but he still, long story short, knew how to get into my apartment.
Yes.
So I was worried of retaliation. So eventually I was like, you know what? Like, I don't want him to do this to anybody else. Like, I'll be okay. So I call her and she's like, oh, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I've never had this happen before. I could have reached through the goddamn phone. I said, you like.
So what is it? But what does that matter?
That's what my mom said. She's like, I don't give a shit if it never happened before. Yeah. Fix it. Like it happened. And like, not to mention
because
like
why would you call like, if anything, if you were going to call and complain, you'd be doing it to get something for like money back. You'd be like, hey, I'm calling, they kind of like damaged like the thing a little bit. And I really should get like 10% off of this because it was kind of damaged. Like that's what you would call and like lie for. We would never call and lie and make up the story.
No. And I also like the biggest thing is the people that you contracted made one of your customers so uncomfortable in her own home that she had to install a security system.
Yes.
And you did nothing about it.
Did absolutely nothing.
Except they did give me free sheets.
All right. How was the second delivery?
I don't have them yet. The second delivery was awesome. I will say the one guy stayed up to talk to me about Harry Potter because I have 2 Harry Potter Lego sets.
All right.
That I built. But like
but then bounced out.
But then like he was talking to me about Hogwarts Legacy.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't like, hey, pretty lady. He was like, oh my God, did you play this game?
You know
like,
the irony of if the second group came and then that guy was talking about that and then you were just like, so are you single? Do you have a girlfriend? And then the company calls you and there's just like, hey, we got a report from the delivery driver that you were making him uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did not.
You did not. But
I was standing
but the irony of that story.
Because once he started talking to me, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Like, get out. But then he was really, really kind. Like, he genuinely was just like, oh my God, you're a Harry Potter fan. Did you play Harry Potter? Like, what else are you? Like, blah, blah. Like, it was like a nice.
I feel like
it was a nice
extreme, horrible creep stalker and then just a normal Harry Potter fan. I don't think they match in the Venn diagram of a thing. I think they're.
But they just, fine. I mean, it was, they squeezed me in on that Friday because of what happened, I think. Yeah. So I felt bad. It was like 4 p.m. on a Friday. I was like, you guys definitely don't want to be here, but like, I really appreciate it. So
that's right. Did you tip them?
I did. I tipped the other guys too.
Good.
Because I was really scared.
I wonder about your generation in tipping, like with situations like that. So.
Yeah, no, I tip. I tip all the time.
What'd you tip?
I gave them each 20.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's a great tip. No.
Yeah, it was a lot to have to move in and like.
No, that's a great tip.
Yeah, the other guys I gave 20 as well.
Yeah, for moving guys and stuff like that, that's a great tip.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna do a $5 or something.
No, I also only had 20s in my apartment.
I know. I ran into that too, where they come and I'm just like, you were here for 30 seconds, and I'm like, here's $20.
Yeah, I mean, they were just also very kind. So.
Yeah, except for some, but maybe that guy. After end of the day, maybe you just wanted
to chat.
Maybe you just wanted to chat.
Because this
is just a chat.